welcome back to my channel, Just Georgie. I know it's been a minute since I've posted. We've had a lot go on in the last couple of years. We had a house fire that pretty much devastated everything. And there's a couple pictures up here to show you what happened. But we're good. We had to relocate to a new city, so everything that goes along with trying to regroup and recover, it's been a process. And I have completely fallen off the keto wagon. And it's embarrassing, I must say, but I want to be transparent and want to be authentic because that's what a beautiful mess is all about, embracing those flaws that you have and the setbacks and mistakes that you make. And I have gained 35 of the 52 pounds that I lost, and there's a picture to show where I am right now. And I have been doing a lot of soul searching, just trying to figure out why is it so hard to get back on track once you've fallen off track. And I think it's because it's super hard to forgive ourselves, especially when we know that we're doing something good for us. Like personally, I know keto did wonderful things for me physically, did wonderful things for me mentally and emotionally, and just to fall off track and fall back into those old habits, it's really kind of devastating. And what I discovered that I have to do is I have to forgive myself for being human. Life happens. This whole thing is a journey. Finding yourself, losing weight, getting in shape, going back to school, whatever your goals are for self-improvement and trying to be the best version of you, it's not going to be a direct route. You know, it's a journey. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good times and bad times. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have fallouts. So, you know, it is what it is. But I wanted to post this because I wanted, and I know I'm not the only person that feels like that. And I just want to let people know that you can pick yourself back up and keep it moving. And that's what I'm planning on doing. I've already lost 7 of the 35 pounds that I've actually gained back. And I realize that I didn't fail, but I had a misstep. And the best way to get past that is, like I said, is to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself and move on. And especially during this difficult time that we are all facing with the COVID-19 pandemic going on, our lives have just changed dramatically and have been affected in so many different ways. And it's really easy to feel like you're not in control of something, especially when we can't go out like we used to, or we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to wear a mask, we have to do this, depends on what part of the country you're in. And it's a little bit difficult to accept that you don't have control over something. But I realized that during this type of crisis, the only control that you have is you. Like, I can control what I eat now. I can control my exercise. I can control if I lose weight, if I don't lose weight. I have control over those things. And I think we should take that opportunity, especially in the environment that we're in right now, where we don't feel like we're in control of a lot of things. This will help you get through the difficulties that we have. Physical health, mental health, emotional health is important. We have to take care of ourselves. That's the only way we're going to be the best version of ourselves. And I just wanted to share with you a few ways that I'm kind of getting back into to kind of get me back going, get me back focused, get on track. And it's 5 tips that I wanted to share with you guys. The first one, and probably the most important one, because you really can't do the other ones if you haven't done the first step. And that first step is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, let it go. Accept the fact that you are human and things happen. We're not going to be perfect and everything. And let it go. Just let it go. The second thing is to set small goals. When you think about a setback, depends on how far you've fallen back. And then you think about, oh my goodness, I've gained all this weight. I got to start over. Oh my goodness, it just seems overwhelming. Don't do that. Just start small. Um, just say to yourself, this week, I'm going to drink all my water. Or this week, I'm going to make sure I track my macros. Make sure I get my protein. Make sure I get my fat. Make sure I, keep those carbs where they're supposed to be. Move a little bit, 3 days a week, take a walk. Now, I know a lot of places, I know in our area, our gyms are not open. So, and I miss that. So my routine's a little bit messed up with that, but I'm going to have to adapt. I'm going to have to start working out at home. I'm going to have to start walking, just to get that moving. So those are small goals that we can set for ourselves. And the third one is give back to the basics. Now, if you've been on keto for a while and you've lost weight and you've incorporated keto friendly desserts, and different things like that, and maybe you have low carb tortillas or something like that, maybe you want to go back to the basics of the beginning where you didn't have all that stuff, where you were able to kind of be more focused and regulate. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going back to the basics of the fundamentals of when I started keto. And just kind of build upon that to make it, a little bit easier to keep that on track. The fourth one is very important. It's developing a support system. And I've talked about that before in my other videos, and I encourage all of you to rewatch those videos because they're very encouraging. And I've rewatched my own videos to kind of get myself back into getting to the groove. But you want a support system. You really want and need support when you're doing anything. And I have a really good support system with my family. And find your support system. If you don't have family or friends that can help you, I'm here to help you. Just Georgie. I'll be glad to support you in your journey. We're all in this together. And especially with COVID-19, you may not be able to meet with people face to face, but you could always get on that Zoom meeting or Google Duo, whatever visual meeting application you use. Pick up the phone, text somebody, get on YouTube. But you need that support system. We can't do it alone. And the fifth way is take it one day at a time. We didn't get back to this spot overnight. It took months for me to get back to where I am right now. And it's going to take a few months for me to get back to where I'm feeling comfortable with myself. And so just take one day at a time. One meal at a time if you have to, really. Because sometimes some days can feel overwhelming where you just can't, you feel like you can't do it. But take that meal. For breakfast, I did great. Lunch, I'm doing good. Dinner, I'm doing good. Before you go to bed, you realize, wow, I had a great keto day. I'm in ketosis, and I didn't mess up. I didn't do anything. I stayed on plan. I stayed on track. I stayed focused. And then just build on that every day. Just build on those little bitty successes that you have. And eventually, you'll be right where you were and even keep going. So I wanted to keep it short, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I was back. And Just Georgie is going to get back on track and get her goals. And I want to help you do the same. Just remember that you know what to do. We all know what to do. The hardest part is getting out of our own way. We have to get out of our own way. But I hope those 5 tips will help you get back on track. And be patient. Trust the process. It does work. And losing weight and getting in shape is more mental than it is physical. It's a mind shift. We have to remember that our mind has to be in it in order for us to be successful. So just remember that just because we have a few setbacks or we completely fall off doesn't mean that we're failures and doesn't mean that we shouldn't try. You only fail when you stop trying. So until next time, please like and subscribe. Give me feedback. Let me know what kind of topics you want to talk about. I promise to bring you really good content And we're all in this together. And let's be the best versions of ourselves and embrace those beautiful messes that we are. Stay beautiful and see you next time.